So this is the Fisher online. Before I start, I'd just like to say that I do enjoy playing this game a lot, and I mainly play this all the time a lot. But it does have its problems, and I think one of the main problems that I'm having with it is the fish fights are terrible. Well, I think they are. I know a lot of other players will probably disagree with me, but the fish fights are just terrible. Whether it's carp or the sharks or the salmon or the sturgeons, they're not satisfying at all. This game is a year old, and this is a selection of fishing line that we've got. I don't think he's added any fishing line since he added the heavy casting rods and reels. So yeah. So the problem I have is that I've got one of the paid for, you can buy the heavy feeder setups for real money, and in that setup you get I think it's a 40, I think it's 44, I think it's 43, I don't know, I can't remember. But it's only 200 meters long. That's it. That's all you get. And that's fine for carp, because carp in this game don't really fight at all. At all. You can just reel them in, no problem. I wish they did have a little bit more of a fight, because it's just no satisfying just to sit there and just reel in fish after fish after fish. The bite rate is brilliant, but after a while it just gets unsatisfying. So yeah, the fishing line is only 200 meters long, and the casting line, which is braid, is 350 meters long. But it doesn't make a difference when you catch sturgeon or sharks, because catch a shark or a sturgeon, especially a big one, on 200 meters, it rips the line off the reel so fast that you can't do anything about it other than chase it with a boat. And that is the most annoying thing about this entire game, is the fact that you have to chase big fish with a boat because you've not got enough line in your... If you had enough line on your reel that you could actually let the fish go and let it tire itself out, get it fatigued, and then pull the fish in, would be fine. But with 200 meters of line, you can't do that, because as I say, that initial bite, it just rips line away. So you've got no other option but to follow it. Why have we not got more selections of line, like 500 meters, 1000 meters, or bigger reels with bigger spools that we can put more line on? A year old, remember, a year old, and we haven't got it. I just wish he keeps adding on locations, you know, sea fishing and stuff like that, but he's not adding any gear but to deal with the fish. And I think that's one of the major problems this game has, is that he's updating the locations and adding new fish species, which is all great, but he's not adding anything in the shop to take up, you know, to fight the fish. 350 meters, 200 meters just isn't enough to cut it. And I've got actually captured a clip for the new... I'll just show you the clip. I'm going to play the clip. This is a Siberian sturgeon, I think I've caught, and this is the heaviest feeder rod that you can get in the game. Again, it's only got 200 meters of line on the reel. And I have I've got no other option but to get in the boat and follow it for this fish takes 20 minutes to pull it in, and it's so annoying. It's so annoying. This is so annoying to have to actually follow the fish in the boat. Whereas if we had enough line in the reel, we could let the fish go, let it get fatigued, and actually have to haul the fish in. I didn't care how long it'd take to pull the fish in, as long as I didn't have to do this, which is following it, chasing it about like an idiot for 20 minutes. Because this, I mean, maybe for the first time you do it, it's maybe okay. But if you have to constantly jump into a boat to chase fish every time you hook one, it gets old really, really quickly. And this fight was so annoying. And this map you can only get to by doing tasks, and you're only allowed to visit here for 2 hours. So if you're spending 20 minutes having to do this every time you catch one of these fish, your 2 hours is up and you're lucky if you catch maybe 3-4 fish. Or the other option is not to go for this fish at all and just go for the smaller fish. I thought I had it cornered there, but as you can see, it just goes again. It decides to rip some more line off. And you'll see how quickly it rips the line off the reel and have to start following it again. So I thought this was my only problem, but I'm about to hit another problem. You see the red line? I hit an invisible wall. I hit the invisible wall, the fish doesn't. The fish swims beyond the invisible wall, but I obviously can't go any further. And at this point I was pretty annoyed, and I contemplated just letting it go. But yeah, this is not fun. There's got to be a way round for stopping this, for having to chase the fish. I hate to say it, but I think RF4 has kind of got it right. I mean, you can put as much line on your reels as you want, and you can let the fish scream line off. And yeah, it takes longer for the fish to get fatigued, but then you can reel it in. It takes a long time to reel in, but that wouldn't bother me, I don't think. I tried putting the friction brake up higher to see if I can stop it. Like I said, this is a 45 kilogram rod and reel. But yeah, this, as I said, this takes at least 20 minutes to get in. And as I say, you're only allowed to be on this map for 2 hours because it's part of the Christmas event. I think it's later on going to be released as a DLC map. But yeah, this is the most annoying mechanic of the whole thing. I'm going to shut up and just let this, I'm just going to let this clip play and enjoy, same as I enjoyed. So I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Now remember, this is a 45 kilogram bought fishing rod at the store for real money, and it was 38 kilograms. I can only imagine if that had been 40 plus, I would have definitely lost it. So the dev needs to stop adding locations and just get some better gear into the stores. You know, longer fishing line, bigger reels. Yeah, I don't have a problem with how long the fish fight took, but I do have a problem with the fact that I had to get into a boat and chase it. That's the problem. Getting him to get into the boat and chase the fish, that's the annoying part. No, the fish fight itself, just the getting into the boat and chasing. So yeah, that's the end of my rant. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.